Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Senior Cat Wellness. Whether you are a guest or a subscriber, I do welcome you. Always happy to have you. Please turn on all post notifications and make sure that you never miss a video. Today, we'll be talking about loss, the loss that has taken place and the loss that will eventually take place. Helping a cat, perhaps a very young cat that you love so very much, helping them to cope and grieve with the loss of a senior feline and friend. This topic hits very close to home for me personally because I've lived it as an owner. So just as a whole, this is a very important topic for a host of reasons. So just to summarize before we begin, today we'll be talking about something quite emotional, important, and unfortunately often misunderstood: how to help your cat grieve the loss of another cat, especially when you have a younger cat who will likely outlive that senior feline companion. It's a topic that many pet parents certainly worry about, and preparing yourself and your younger cat can make the transition much healthier and less confusing when the time, unfortunately, eventually comes. Let's start with something that could surprise a lot of people. Yes, in fact, cats, they do grieve. The grief may not look like ours, of course, but the emotional impact is just as real and just as important. Many cats experience what is known as searching behaviors, wandering around your home, your property, looking for their friend, sitting in their companion's favorite resting spots, maybe play spots, napping spots, even eating spots. They might vocalize a lot more in the absence of their friend. They could eat less and they could sleep a lot more than usual. Some cats could be very clingy to you, to the owner, while others do withdraw and show signs that could mimic illness, lethargy, like I mentioned, lack of eating, lack of drinking. Unfortunately, all of this is quite normal, and knowing what to expect can make you better prepared for when the time eventually comes. Now, here's one of the most powerful things you can do before any of this actually happens. Build your young cat's emotional independence. Build them up to slowly teach them how to go at it alone long before their senior friend passes away. You can do this right now, even while your senior cat is 16, 17, 20 years old, but very healthy for their age. Go ahead and start preparing. Encourage the younger cat to enjoy activities without their friend, activities alone, activities with you even. Build up that independence that they can sort of play alone and thrive alone. Play toys that they can just use on their own, maybe perhaps with your assistance, depending on what kind of item we're talking about here. But puzzle feeders, like I said, independent toys, anything that can build their, what I'll call, solo confidence, sort of like a person, your teenage years, your young 20s, and then you branch out into the world. Well, that all takes preparation and planning and early discipline to make sure when you walk out that door into the world that you've got a good foundation underneath you. And in this regard, with this topic, it's quite similar. All of this independent thriving can help your cat to develop the routines and coping skills that they'll need when that time unfortunately comes where their senior friend does pass away. It also creates different comfort zones around your home if they can learn to live alone. Make sure your younger cat has their own favorite bed, their own scratching post, their own hideaway area where they feel secure. Cats can handle emotional transitions of this significant nature better if they already have a stable environment. Establish places that are just for them without having to share these places with this senior feline, this other pet that you love so much. Another huge part of preparing your young cat is to build that strong bond now. I mentioned playtime just a minute ago briefly. The younger cat, building that very strong bond with you, spending time with you, petting them, assisted grooming, just hanging out, cuddle sessions, you name it. That one-on-one time with you. Even being there in the cat's sort of vulnerable and quiet moments. You want, as an owner, to become a real anchor, a real stabilizer for this younger cat, just in general, but especially in relation to what we're talking about today with this topic. The stronger the bond that you have with this younger feline, as time moves on, the easier it will be for them to turn to you for support and lean on you when the senior feline does pass away. Now, we've arrived at the point, unfortunately, what to do when it actually happens. Well, let's hope that you've built up everything that I've mentioned. But when the loss actually occurs, then what do? Whether your senior cat passes away peacefully in your home or under the care of a vet, it can help tremendously to let your younger cat briefly, I do mean briefly, see the body. Now, there's obviously mixed opinions about this, but there's a level of acknowledgement that I personally feel, and I'm just speaking in my own capacity here. I think that's important based on my personal experience. That's how I'm not going to go into all of that. That's a about a 15-20 minute video in its own right, but that's what happened. My senior cat Burl, he was about 20 or 21 when he passed, and I had at the time a handful, four, about three or four other cats that were under the age of 4. So you can imagine we're talking about a 16 or 17-year-old gap. They saw him pass away of just old age. They saw me take him away. So they witnessed all of this. So I think in the weeks and months that came after, it helped them because they weren't looking for him because they saw him. So some cats will walk over to the cat that's passed and will walk away, for various reasons. But any response is normal. There is no wrong response for the other cats to witness this. But I think it's important that they do, at least for a moment, see this. After the loss, the most important thing that you can do, keep up that routine. Whatever routine was established for your other cat, your younger cat, keep it up. Cats depend heavily on emotional stability and predictability. I've talked about that a lot. Keep the feeding times the same. Keep the environment consistent. The play times, the bedtime habits, your bedtime habits even. Affection. It's all about stability. This lets the cat know that, hey, something has happened, but that doesn't change your place in the home, and it doesn't change how I, as an owner, will relate to you. As your younger cat grieves, increase your presence gently. Here again, they might want more cuddles than normal, more reassurance, more of your time. So offer affection without forcing it. Let them come to you. At the same time, don't worry if the cat does become quiet and exhibit some of these grieving, let's call them grieving symptoms, because that's normal, just like it would be for people. Interactive play. It's one of the best emotional therapies for a cat dealing with loss. A few minutes of chasing the toy around, back to the old days, back to the fun days. It doesn't have to be a 30-minute play session, just something 5 to 10 minutes. A way just to let them find joy, to maybe even temporarily rebuild their confidence, encourage positive eating habits, mental stimulation, anything to positively, responsibly distract and redirect from their own sadness and grief during this time. Enrichment. I mentioned toys earlier. Maybe offer some new toys. Maybe buy your cat a new toy, and worst comes to worst, they'll play with the box that you bought it in. Right? We know how that goes with cats. So it's all about, as much as possible, keeping things the way they were with a positive routine, developing their solo independence, and maybe being even more of a comforter than before, at least for the first few weeks. One question that many people will ask over time, well, this younger cat, they grew to love this senior feline, so should I get another cat right away? It's almost like a Band-Aid, the situation. My advice would be no, not immediately, of course, not even within the first few weeks or even a couple of months. Give this younger cat time to, come into their own emotional stability, to mature in their own. Enjoy the routine that is now their routine, not a shared routine, but just their routine. Let them go it alone for a while. It'll be a good thing long term for this cat that is now coping and grieving. Above all of this, the role that you play, your presence will matter more in this younger cat's life than really it ever did when that older feline was still with this cat. You basically, for a time, will have to assume the role that this younger cat looked to or looked toward in this older feline. So cats, they read our emotions. They'll read your emotions. So when you're offering that gentleness, the stability, and the patience, the younger cat will take your cues. So cats really don't ever get over a loss, just like some people really never get over. They just learn to live with it. It's just part of the new normal. But with your support, your cat will find its way back, and over time, hey, you can consider getting a new cat, and take it from there, and let that cat thrive in life, and they'll grow old as well. So, because you've got to figure if your senior feline passes away, and sort of the young kitten, younger cat in the home is 2 to 3 or 4 years old, they could live another 15 years in their own right. So we have to address the present, but we also have to think long term into the future. So to the wonderful audience of Senior Cat, well, it's a very emotional and touching topic today, very important topic, just like they all are in their own right. But if you have anything you'd like to add, if you have a personal story that you'd like to share, I certainly won't force anything given the delicate nature of this subject. But if you'd like to share any of your personal experiences regarding a subject like this, a comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed the video, and as much as possible, of course, and you found it helpful and informative, please share it out and like it, and subscribe to us right here at Senior Cat Wellness. And until next time, as always, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.